This is Voices of My Brothers, Sisters, and People. Now, I know you've heard me be one of the leading voices in this show for some time now, but the premise of the show is to highlight the voices of other people. So, during certain periods, I'm going to promote other voices to lead the energy of the show. Today is one of those episodes. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third edition of what I like to call the Friends and Family Pod. Today we have Steelo. How you doing, Steelo? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing today?
Doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah.
So you're going to be our musical guest for this week. What's your background? How'd you get interested in music in the first place?
And my background in music probably starts back. I'm 30, so it probably started the 90s. I probably said like 94. Um just being a kid, man, and watching a lot of TV, like especially MTV and BET back in the day, they used to always have the crazy videos. I could just remember like listening to a Snoop Dogg song. I probably want to say it was like Gin and Juice, and then I just used to leave voicemails on my grandmother's phone of me just like rapping Gin and Juice at like 5, 6 years old. So like that's really what got me into music, and like I knew it lyric for lyric as a kid. So
Yeah.
like she was just like, wow, like that's kind of crazy that you know this. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it was no cussing, but like I just remember those lyrics as a kid. So like that's just really how I remember getting started with music.
So what ended up happening as you grew up? How did you develop that talent?
Man, so really like Bow Wow, people always try to hate on Bow Wow. Well, Bow Wow was definitely a big influence, especially when if you were a black kid, like in the early 2000s, like he was popping. So like just seeing a kid rapper being as popular as him, and how receptive people were to him, like that kind of, he was the guy that kind of made me start like writing my own lyrics. So I started writing my own lyrics at like 10 years old. And from there, I just kind of convinced my mom, like, hey, like, I want to rap. And, of course, like, your parents, like, yeah, okay, whatever the case may be. But, like, she bought me, like, some cheap studio equipment. And me being on that cheap studio equipment is kind of like how I owned in on my skills, and, like, which pretty much brought me here to today.
Okay, so how long have you been producing your own music then?
Man, so I've been, like I said, I'm 30, so I've been writing and engineering like my own music since I was probably about 12 years old. So I've
Wow.
been doing this for a while.
So, what do you think was most important in developing that talent for you? Was it get your mom getting you that studio equipment at a young age so you were able to develop that ear?
Oh, absolutely, man. I tell, like, and that's big. Like, a lot of people that want to rap, like, especially when they get into the studio for the first time, like it kind of scares them or shocks them of how they sound, because when you start recording yourself and hearing yourself, you really don't know how you'll sound on like a beat or instrumental. So I always tell people that's one thing that kind of put me ahead of the races. I've always had something to record on and hear myself and see how I sound, so I could kind of build a sound and just work with that.
Who are your biggest inspirations now? You talked about Snoop and Gin and Juice and some of those songs back in the day, but who now is inspiring you?
Man, as far as inspiration, like, I mean, music in general just inspires me, but like as far as the top hitters that I really like, I'm gonna have to go with Cole, Kendrick, like Wale, Hove, of course, Ross, Future. I mean, even cats like Young Thug, man, just because they're so different and they think outside the box, like that's something that we need in the game, whether people think so or not.
For sure. You covered a lot of different artists there, Cole and Kendrick and probably even Jay-Z and some of those guys fitted to what we like to call the lyrical rap. And then you
Oh,
went and touched
sure.
like the futures of the world. So how good is it, or how helpful is it that you're able to listen to that many different voices inside of the same genre?
I mean, honestly, it kind of helps you develop your sound because, like, what I like to call my music groovy conscious music because, like, you kind of get that bounce from like the southern, the southern artists. But if you listen to what I'm saying in the songs, like, I'm actually bringing you lyrical content. So, like, what I've been trying to do for these past like 4 or 5 years, because I really took a break, was kind of like combine the two, combine the lyrics with the bump and the melodic cadences and things that people like to hear, like especially on radio songs. So that's really what I've been working on, and I think I found a good mixture of doing that.
I listened to Steelo's story, the song that we're going to talk a little bit more about later
Yes, sir.
today. And it sounds like you talked about Cole. It sounds like something that Dreamville would produce.
I
It sounds very similar to a Dreamville record.
definitely take that.
I hate
Yeah, finally back in my bag, man. It's been a minute, but we here now. Legend Wave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm headed straight to the guap home. I'm about to put my whole spot on. With these movies, I make it your popcorn.
I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. The first person that came to mind when I was listening to it is Boss
Okay,
on Dreamville. It
cool.
something like it seemed like something he would be able to hop on very easily.
Oh, for sure, especially with that bounce in the beat, he would definitely murder that.
Yeah, for sure. That was a solid one. So what types of things do you draw? I mean, you produce your own stuff. So where do you get a lot of your inspiration from producer wise? Maybe a guy like J. Cole?
So pretty much, I'm not going to technically say I'm a producer. Like I'm more of like an engineer. Like most of the stuff that I record, I record it myself. So
Okay.
it's like, I'm good at finding sounds that would make my voice stand out. As far as production, man, I buy a lot of stuff off of YouTube. I just do a lot of YouTube searching. It's a couple guys where I'm from that I work with as far as the production goes. But other than that, man, I just try to keep it homegrown and mess with the guys that's around the way.
What type of instruments do you play to add into your music?
Man, I don't play any instruments at all. It's strictly just voice recording. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what does it take to be able to engineer in that way and be able to use your voice to create different sounds to add to your music and create something that's good to the ear?
Once again, like I said, man, just by me at a young age having that studio equipment and just messing with programs from Cool Edit to the cheap recording programs that you can find to moving up to Logic to Pro Tools, which are pretty much the industry standard now, is all about just understanding how you sound on that microphone. Once you figure out how you sound on that microphone, everything will just fall into place.
You spoke on Pro Tools. We even get references of that in songs nowadays because it's
Oh,
used
for
so
sure.
widely.
Yep.
How much different is the stuff you grew up using to get into Pro Tools now?
And it's very it's very complex. Let's just say that because it's so much stuff that you could do. Like especially now, like with the newer music that you can hear like it kind of I put it like it kind of sounds like robotic and very very animated. It's so much stuff that you could do on it.
Yeah. So we talked on Steelo's story earlier. That's the song you're presenting today. Go ahead and tell the listener what they can hear there.
Yes, sir. So Steelo's story, the reason I gave y'all guys this song was it's really the first song that I put out. I took a break for like 4 years and this was just a song that like I wanted to make sure that people took notice of because like I said, I feel like the beat is rocking. if you listen to the lyrics, you'll see that I'm saying something in there. So this is something that's there to me because I went through a lot of things. Like my mother passed away about a year and a half ago. So I mean, it just talks about like some of the things that, you know, she told me that I could do, like as far as music wise. She always believed in me. You know, she was from DC, so she moved to Virginia, so you know I wouldn't get caught up in the street life. So it's a lot of sacrifices she made for me to be this person that I am today.
I hate Kevin.
Yeah. Finally back in my bag, man. It's been a minute, but we here now. Legend Wave. Yeah. I'm headed straight to the guap home. I'm about to put my whole spot on. With these movies, I make it your popcorn. Up in the way, when I'm at home. They niggas spit, bitch, I'm back on. I know they relate to my rap song. Yeah, even without assistance, I know that my writing gifted. I don't like these niggas, I've been fly since B.I. was spitting. Sometimes in my mind, I know I be tripping. Trying to find inner peace and more righteous living. Could've been in the streets with a couple strikes. My mom left the city to get it right. That decision she made, it changed my life. So this light of mine, I'ma let it shine. When I think about you, I just start to cry. Kept me protected, but made me try. Got your nose, got your ears, but my father's eyes. Cause of y'all, I just write and recite my rhymes. Always stayed in the cup, fuck a life of crime. See, I made my way up with a legend said. The game looking bleak, I made a shit. My little baby on fleek, but she take a dick. Yeah, really think I'm in love. Good kidding is a hell of a drug. Good riddance, my ex-women with dubs. Yeah. Steelo back with the greatest of flavor. One word to describe me, courageous. You haven't heard that my purpose is major. I'm headed straight to the guap home. I'm about to put my whole spot on. With these movies, I make it your popcorn. Up in the way, when I'm at home. They niggas spit, bitch, I'm back on. I know they relate to my rap song. I do this shit for my city. Remember those days I thought about quitting. Stood in the rain, no umbrella was given. I cannot complain cause this pain made me vicious. Now I got a vision. Yeah, Nike boots on my feet and I still when I kick it. With you niggas, I get on the beat and just let out my feelings. So they feel it. My intentions to get it and ball like I'm Krillin. I should mention, my sky's the limit, they sky's the ceiling. And they bout to hit it. I'm a star boy, yes I'm riding, I ride. Then just glide with the rhythm. I'm a dog, brother, you can look in my eyes and know my position. That's a boss with a living, I'm off in the critics. I went beyond the distance, they thought I would go, but I did it. Dion with the sprinting, I'm on to that bag, I'ma get it. I follow my own intuition, kept flowing stupendous. I don't mean to brag, little nigga, I'm chosen, my music hit different, come be my apprentice. I'm headed straight to the guap home. I'm about to put my whole spot on. With these movies, I make it your popcorn. Up in the way, when I'm at home. They niggas spit, bitch, I'm back on. I know they relate to my rap songs. I'm headed straight to the guap home. I'm about to put my whole spot on. With these movies, I make it your popcorn. Up in the way, when I'm at home. They niggas spit, bitch, I'm back on. I know they relate to my rap songs.
How integral was your mother in you creating this lane for yourself?
Man, very, very, very integral, man. Like I said, her just from her moving from DC to Virginia, like she had a plan for me before I even knew it. So that's something that you know, I'm blessed and thankful for because a lot of people don't have that positive guidance. You know what I'm saying? My pops wasn't there, so my mom was always my positive guidance.
All right, so go ahead and give everybody your information. Where can they find you? Where can they listen to your music at? How do they get in touch with you?
Yes, sir. As far as contacting me, you could follow me on IG at Steelostayworkn. It's SteeloStayWorkn. And you can also find me on Snapchat. The same thing, Steelostayworkn.
All right, appreciate the time, Steelo. Thank you so much for hopping on with us today.
I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you very much.